The motion tracking Santa Claus from Spirit Christmas. I'm pretty sure this is going to be the first unboxing on YouTube. The listing wasn't even available. I don't know if it even is still, but it is a motion tracking Santa. So we don't know where the camera is. We've seen these from Spirit Halloween on Jack the Reaper and Nibbles the Clown. He opens his mouth and closes. I don't know why they'd say closes. Speaks 5 phrases and stands at 6.5 foot tall. But we want to find where the camera is. I can't find it anywhere. And this is what one of these side images looks like by the house, the back, and of course he's indoor use only. And there's the other side. And we're going to get into the unboxing. I love the box it comes with, and they have a pull-out tray. I've been saving these recently. It makes it a lot easier to put it back in the box. And this thing is packed full. And that excludes the instructions that are also in there on the bottom. So let's start looking through some of this stuff. Starting with his head, there is a power adapter in there as well. There it is. And I actually do see the camera. It is right there in his eye. I had a feeling that's where it was going to be. You can see this one's all blacked out, and that one has the little camera. And there's no lenses in these glasses. That one really reminds me of Nibbles the Clown. This probably is an SVI prop. Some of the clothing. These are like his pants, and that's his shirt. Some arms. Extra cardboard. Some leg pulls. And this really reminds me of the wish list Santa from Home Depot, the way this whole body mold is and stuff. Some leg foam. Both of these hands, they're pretty much the same, so we'll look at one of them. Very simple. I think one holds the presents, which is this right here. There's also 2 boots that are identical, with some holes on the bottom. This is the huge torso piece. We're looking at the back, and that is the front. It has like a built-in hip loop piece that is disconnectable, but they have it connected. And lastly, the base. Here's the mess I've created while unboxing it, and I'm now gonna lay all the parts out. Here's a quick look at all of Santa's parts. And on the instructions, it actually points directly to his motion sensor. And there's some other cool stuff on there as well. Starting with the build, we have the base, a shoe, and a leg pull labeled B. We're starting on the right side, dropping this pull through the boot, and then snap locking it on the back side. I'll spin that around so we can see. Looks just like that, and duplicating that on this one, except the pull is labeled C. The next step is putting that leg foam over top of these metal poles. This will puff it out for when the pants go on. There is not a front or back. You can put it on either way. And then make sure these poles are sticking out of the top with the snap locks on them. And that's where we're gonna move on to the torso piece. That goes on right here. The trick is to make sure you line both of these up at the same time before clicking them in, or it'll become very difficult. Here's the back side. This one's all the way on. This one's so close, just like that, pulling the pants up over this loop of metal. And this goes all the way around, just like that. The back of his shirt has a zipper all the way down it. Not quite to the bottom, but mostly. And that'll help with working on stuff in the back, which we'll get to in a minute. You'll notice there is this Velcro piece, and that is for the present in his hand. That's gonna stick on there, but we're not gonna do that quite yet. The next step is putting the arms through. I'm deciding to put the arm down through the top. Once that goes through, fork hook connecting this up here. And doing the same thing on the other arm. And connecting this right here. Now that I've got the arms all the way through, we're gonna move on to his hands, starting with the one labeled K. That just slides in, and then these cuffs right here, I rolled over to make it easier, and those go down. Over here, this one's labeled L to J. Once again, rolled that over. And now, we are gonna stick the present onto this Velcro. This is what the present looks like up close. Full 360 of it, you can see the Velcro on the back. We're gonna stick that on. And it doesn't really look like he's holding it too well, but he's more like pinching it with his arm. And one of the final steps here is his head. I'm gonna pull this cardboard off, drop it on, and connect some wires. This is what the connector looks like. There is a lot of his hair in the way, but you can see the servo motor and some of these other wires going to his mouth, and then this is the camera wire. Like that, we're spinning them around. Starting with some of these wires, I'm having to feed them out. Now I just gotta find the red one. I'm just feeling up in here, and I got it. And then I'm gonna tuck these down. And right before I zip the back up, we have the final and last step, which is this power adapter. This goes, I'm gonna go up his shirt so the zipper can actually shut. Right into the control box. We have a volume control, external speaker if he's not loud enough, or you want the sound to go somewhere else. A foot pad, if you have a step pad, like a Halloween one. And then the modes are always on, off, which is the step pad, or just off. And then the sensor mode, but I'm gonna have mine on always on. And then zip this thing up. That is it for the build. I'm gonna fix him up a little bit and make him look better, and we're gonna get on to his demo.
Have been helping keep track of those who have been naughty or nice. Can you guess which list you belong to? It's not too late to change my mind. Oh dear, Christmas is approaching fast. Soon I'll be sliding down chimneys with gifts galore. Keep your spirits bright now, for it's the most wonderful time of the year. Ho, 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 ho. With a sleigh full of gifts for those good children, my reindeer are all set and ready to fly. I'll be stopping by soon, so listen closely for the jingle of my sleigh. Ho, ho, ho. I've got my list prepared, but I believe you're all on the nice side. Keep up the holiday spirit. Merry Christmas! 'Tis the season of snowflakes, laughter, and warm, fresh-baked cookies. Leave some for me, and I just might drop by with gifts. Ho, ho, ho.
Overall, the Santa animatronic is pretty unique because it has the motion tracking technology in it. He costs $300, which is pretty comparable to the Nibbles the Clown and Jack the Reaper. Let me know which one of the three on the screen right now is your favorite. Something I'm not the biggest fan of is the always on mode. I think Footpad would be better for this because he spits these phrases out so fast that you can't tell when they end. Also, one of them, he's randomly talking and then it starts humming immediately and it's super loud and makes absolutely no sense.
For the jingle of my sleigh.
Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video.